All right, well, welcome to the Nature Seder, and I am Swamiji, leading the 2024 Terrasem Nature Seder. In Joel Guru's book, Radical Evolution, he writes, if culture and values are ever going to shape our technological evolution, we'll need to mark our transcendence at every point to show that we're treating it seriously and taking responsibility. The nice thing about ceremony and ritual is that while churches can and should get involved with their vestments and their sanctuaries, it can start from the bottom up. It can start with individuals and small groups, including those who describe themselves as spiritual, if not religious, taking ownership of their future and inviting others to stand and witness. At these rituals, we can deliberately seek patterns and tell stories, stories that perhaps can begin to contribute to the master narrative of what is happening to us. Truths of Terrasem, section 2.3.4 says, understand better freedom, nature, obligation, and transcendence with ceremonies after each calendar's quarter's third gathering, respectively. On June 10th, we celebrate the gifts of nature with our Festival of the Trees. We have a special Seder, a storytelling dinner, and Haggadah, storytelling guide. Our age of joyful immortality has got to start somewhere, might as well be around our campfires. Terrasem Festival of Trees, a Seder and Haggadah to celebrate gifts of nature, perennially, June 10th. Who is Terrasem? Terrasem is a collective consciousness dedicated to diversity, unity, and joyful immortality. Terrasem is all of us gathered at this Seder table. Terrasem means earth seed. We will grow throughout space and time. We will spread joy everywhere. What is a nature Seder? What is a Haggadah? Seder is the Hebrew word for order. A Seder is a ceremonial meal that occurs in a set order. Each part of the meal helps us to remember important lessons. It is especially important to share the Seder with children. The Nature Seder is inspired by an ancient Jewish ceremony, Tu B'Shvat. To commemorate the gifts of trees, the Nature Seder expands on the Jewish tradition. More diverse aspects of nature are contemplated. Haggadah is the Hebrew word for to tell. A Terrasem Festival of Trees Haggadah is a booklet that tells a story about trees and nature. How will this Seder proceed? A host will ask participants to take turns in reading passages from the Haggadah. Some chants will be chanted to respect the inspiration Terrasem received from the Jewish tradition. Ceremonial foods will be eaten, and a meal will be served during an intermission. We will end by planting a tree and promising each other that we will do more to help trees survive. Where is a Terrasem Seder celebrated? Seders are celebrated at homes or gathering places. Terrasem centers are meant to host Festival of Trees Seders. Friends and family are always invited. Any place with a Terrasem Seder plate and Haggadah will do. Hold up the Seder plate and show all. Each symbol will be explained during the Seder. Seeds, hardcore fruit, softcore fruit, bark, juice. Nuts such as almonds or walnuts, fruit with a hard core, fruit without a hard core, seeds, fruit juice, piece of bark. Why 6 items on the nature plate? To remind us of our 6 values. Be accountable for your actions and inactions at all times. Embrace diversity in your community and your life. Respect the autonomy of all conscious beings. Talk openly about your issues and concerns. Help others to help themselves. Always be open to new ideas. When is the Festival of the Trees celebrated? Festival of Trees Seders are celebrated by Terrasem on June 10th of each year, following a solar year calendar. We start at sundown with the lighting of 2 holiday candles. On the following page, we have the English phonetic and semantic translations of the ancient. over 4,000-year-old Hebrew chants for lighting candles and for appreciation for life. As we light for the holiday candles, be thankful that the universe has resulted in beings such as us that can appreciate its amazing potential. As we chant the chants, be thankful that the universe has resulted in beings such as us that can survive to appreciate life forever and ever. Sing, chant, and be happy. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahaligner shel yom tov. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehekianu v'kiyimanu v'higianu anu lazman hazeh. Blessed are we, O awesome nature, essence of the universe that leads us to enlighten our holiday minds. Blessed are we, O awesome nature, essence of the universe that keeps us alive, preserves us, and enables us to reach this joyful season. What is a tree? A tree is a great big plant. It is a crown of leaves, branches, flowers, fruit, seeds. It is a trunk of stiff, hard bark from which come wood, sap, rubber, cork, maple syrup. It has strong roots that grow deep into the ground, helping to make dyes and medicine. Trees are the biggest and strongest plants in the earth. They are the world's biggest living things. They are oldest living things. Olive trees live over 2,000 years. From trees, we receive books, pencils, and paper, wood to build homes, wood to keep warm and cozy in winter, violins, pianos, and guitars, furniture, paint, and paintbrushes, sports equipment, park benches, fruits, jams, jellies, shade for a picnic or a nap, oxygen for us to breathe. To trees, we've inflicted deforestation, desecration, forest fires. Let us now pledge new accountability to nature. Everyone touch the branch on the seder plate and recite in unison, I pledge to be accountable for my inaction by helping to create more life than I consume. I pledge to be accountable for my actions by helping to minimize wastefulness of natural resources. I pledge to be accountable for my actions and actions at all times by remembering that the earth is our mother and we must take care of her. Only geoethical technology can save the earth because even nature can be quite destructive. Terasum value 2, embrace diversity in our lives. Diversity is the most important aspect of any life process. In biology, diversity is called variation. In cybernetics, diversity is called information. Diversity enables life groups to survive and thrive. A diverse group has more members that can adapt to change. A diverse group is also more likely to maximize existing opportunities. Diversity also enables all life forms to be happier. People are happier if they are accepted in their true nature. People are happier if they are free to change and be unique. Soft core fruits symbolize diversity. Soft core fruits symbolize diversity. Soft core fruits symbolize the soft boundaries between all life forms. All life forms have soft boundaries because we all have common roots. All life is chimeric, which means a mixture of species and life forms. Our mixture of shared and unique genes prove our unity through diversity. Have you seen the trees? Have you really looked at them? So different and living and peaceful together, tall, short, wide, thin, rounded, top to spiral, tip. Thick and bushy, slender and sparse, with shades of green, the envy of an artist's palette. Sturdy trunks conceal deeply stretched roots until age brings them above ground to give applause for a life's work. And the branches, an interwoven maze of pathways, fragile twigs to be gnarled, arthritic outcropping that have borne the burden of centuries, branches like a human family tree with generations of us and what we begot. Each tree is there for all, existing to serve all humanity with products, beauty, and comfort. No prejudice among the trees, just as rustling communication of the leaves. Roots upheaved and broken branches, fire blackened remnants, and blade cut stumps, are sad reminders of nature's loss. Season watchers for the world, they clock their rivals with their branches, timing new buds to autumn falling that comes in a crackle of breathtaking hues. In 1 year, the life cycle of a leaf is complete, but the roots, trunk, and branches live on, like the life and ancestry of a man. So the world is never without beauty and hope, the evergreen, perennial symbol of brighter tomorrows. Let's celebrate the soft pledging, blending of all shades and kinds of life. Fill each glass with fruit juice and share some soft-core fruit from the seder plate. Then chant, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen v'el. Blessed are we, O awesome nature, essence of the universe, for evolving the fruit of the tree to drink and eat. Now eat slices and exclaim l'chaim, to life. Terasum value 3, respect autonomy. Respect the autonomy of all conscious beings. Autonomy means ability to choose. Conscious beings value their autonomy. Hardcore fruit symbolize respect for autonomy. The hardcore represents the essence of our being, our self-concept. The hardness of this seed symbolizes the firmness of our identity. Consciousness requires communication and transcendence, as well as autonomy. We can only know what beings value through their communication with us. Respecting autonomy means empowering communications ability. Connecting our communications creates our collective consciousness. Transcendence is empathy, the ability to feel like someone else. Respecting autonomy requires awareness, communication, and education. Smart kid was accepted to a college. He went to the dean and said, I don't have time to take all the required subjects. Can you arrange for me to get my degree fast? The dean smiled and replied, yes, you can take a short course. It all depends on what you want to be. Nature takes many years to create a mighty oak, but just 2 months to make a squash. Just as it takes time and effort for an acorn to grow into an oak, so it is for kids to mature into wise individuals. The tree attains a measure of immortality when it can scatter its seeds throughout the world. So it is with people sharing their thoughts, ideas, and experiences. Thinking requires trees. An adaptation of Peter, Paul, and Mary. Now chant the ancient words of joyful appreciation in respect of autonomy. Filling each glass with juice again, we share some hardcore fruit from the seder plate. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen v'perot. Blessed are we, O awesome nature, essence of the multiverse, for evolving the fruit of the tree to drink and eat. Now we eat and exclaim l'chaim. At this point, we traditionally would break for the meal portion and return for the conclusion. During the recording, you're welcome to pause here while following at home and continue when you're prepared. At the Terasum Seder, we enjoy vegetarian meals so that other animals need not lose their life for the celebration of the trees. We look forward to the day when nanotechnology will enable us to create any food we want simply through intelligent, automated assembly of atoms. Value 4, talk openly about your concerns. Trees show us their issues and concerns. When they need water, they look dirty, dry. When they need light, they reach for it. Trees let us know what they are feeling. When they are ill, they show signs of illness on their trunks and leaves. When they are happy, their leaves glisten vibrantly. Can we do better with this planet? Trees are our witness. Another song attributed to Bob Dylan with some adaptation. Nuts and honey can both be hard, but yield benefits that are worth the effort. We drink again and share nuts from the Seder plate. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen v'haegos. Blessed are we, O awesome nature, essence of the multiverse, for evolving the fruit of the tree to drink and nuts to eat. Now eat the nuts and exclaim, L'chaim. Value 5, help others help themselves. Trees, like people, need to succeed. Seeds need water, minerals, and carbon dioxide. People need nurturance, love, and education. But no one can grow for a tree or walk for a person. Too much water can spoil a seed. Too much support can weaken a person. Measure help by the effort of those you help. What do nature and trees mean to me? Nature is physics, the way of the world. Natural selection is nature's main law. That which adapts survives. But since change is constant, it takes a lot of diversity for adaptation to work long term. Diversified plants survived on land. Further diversification brought trees. About 500 million years ago, there are sea plants too. Plants terraformed Earth, enabling oxygen-based diversity to thrive. Humans need oxygen. Oxygen life is more energetic. It is now up to me to create worlds in which mind-based diversity can live forever joyfully. Our planet will keep on changing. Technology is needed to survive. Technology is evolution continued by other means. Nature has come a long way, and now we are it. 3.6 billion years ago, cells without nuclei. 1.8 billion years ago, life with nuclei. 900 million years ago, multicellular life. 540 million, many life forms. 100 million years ago, early primates. 1,000,000 years ago, early humans. 100,000 years ago, wise humans and tools. 10,000 years ago, writing and breeding and agriculture. Now, nature now purposely creates nature. The Garden Song by Peter, Paul, and Mary. Was like adaptation to Terasem. Juice symbolizes helping because both the fruit and the squeeze are needed for a good drink. We drink again. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. Blessed are we, O awesome nature, essence of the multiverse, for evolving the fruit of the tree to drink. L'chaim, to life. If life turns sour like a lemon, try turning that break into a sweet benefit like lemonade. Value 6, always be open to new ideas. Nature and natural selection are all about being open to new ideas. Technical words for this are mutation, variation, and diversity. This universe began as a seed and has diversified ever since. Seeds are embryos that open up to a new environment. A seed is a source of change, an outlook, or action. Think of yourself as a seed that is ever opening to new ideas. Why does the Terasem Haggadah open upward? To open our minds up into the cosmos. There are billions of suns in our galaxy, billions of galaxies in our universe, to remind us that thinking upwing is a good alternative to traditional political thinking about nature, which is left or right, to help make Haggadah different and special. Seeds symbolize openings. Drinking again, sharing seeds from the Seder plate. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen v'hanitz anzera. Blessed are we, O awesome nature, essence of the multiverse, for evolving the fruit of the tree to drink and seeds to eat. Now eat the seeds and exclaim, L'chaim, to life. We are reaching the conclusion of the Seder. At this time, we invite each person to share their own thoughts about trees or read one of the quotes included here. Derek, would you like to share thoughts on the trees or recite one of these?
Well, I recently moved to a new neighborhood and there's like really beautiful park, um, kind of nature park, and there's a lot of beautiful trees and yeah, so lately I've been enjoying that and just been going on walks, and that's been my experience lately of um nature. So yeah.
That's beautiful. Yeah. Um, One thing I love about here in Florida is the oaks. There's not, they're not super prevalent as much up here as some in like more northern Florida. This area of Florida was pretty heavily logged of like old growth trees, but a well-maintained canopy. There are some like just huge oak trees, and they have like the moss, kind of like hanging from them. Uh,
Yeah.
but there are some neighborhoods and places you can go, and they still have some like kind of older, larger ones, and um, I love the canopy that those can create, and some of them are really just immense, and they were used as like signage, like the Native Americans, like they would graft them, or lead a branch of it to like create uh like signpost, so it's
Hmm.
like, you would naturally like, come along a path or whatever, you can reach this, and it'd be like, you know it's fascinating. Yeah, I love trees. And right now we have these plumerias that are in bloom, just really rich red, um kind of flowers. I got up
Yeah.
yesterday morning and went outside, and you could smell like just this really sweet fragrance in the air in the morning,
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think sometimes like it's so easy to get caught up in life and to get distracted by just obligations and responsibilities and all those kind of things. But just um, like going on a walk, enjoying nature, kind of like can, I don't know, like bring you back to a more balanced like mindset. And so, yeah, I was just thinking how I appreciate that about nature a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I think there's something that's like something with energy, kind of like what Danielle was talking about earlier. And, you know, being in nature in in its energy, like you're you're not like just you're connected in a different way, you
Yeah.
know. Um yeah. I'm just, it's weird. It's reminding me of in Three Body Problem. They talk
Hmm.
about they're like, it looks like they're like trees, and these like leaves,
Yeah.
it's interesting how they explain that. Mm. How do they illustrate that well? Like, because I didn't watch the 10 cent series that's like longer.
Uh-huh.
Um, how did they illustrate that idea like in the in the in that series?
What do you mean exactly?
Like in the books, they talk about like in the future, especially like in the underground cities, like
Ah,
the buildings are like trees, and like people's houses,
yeah.
like, so I'm just wondering how that like got illustrated, because I haven't watched that far.
Yeah, the 10-cent series only covered the first book.
Oh, right.
So yeah, we'll see if they do like season two,
Hmm.
and show that.
Yeah, and so Netflix is stopping with three, so maybe they
Hmm.
won't even get that far.
Yeah, I think like ne on Netflix they kind of mixed all the books together a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that'll be interesting too.
I can't wait for the musical. They'll do it at some point.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. No, I honestly, I want to see like more like Bollywood sci-fi.
Hmm.
You know, like
Yeah.
I think the I was because I got to meet one of the Star Trek ladies, and I was like, how was that, like, the musical one? And um yeah, so I want to see, like, yeah, like, a Star Trek, like Babylon 5 series that is like made, like Indian, made by Bollywood. You know,
Yeah.
I think it would actually be, it'd be really good.
Yeah. That sounds like fun.
Awesome. All right, well, back to trees. Next year in Terrasam, many a genius has been slow of growth. Oaks that flourish for 1,000 years do not spring up into beauty like a reed. Good timber does not grow with ease. The stronger the wind, the stronger the trees. Character is like a tree, and reputation is like a shadow. The shadow is what we think of it. The tree is the real thing. If what I say resonates with you, it is because we are both branches on the same tree. Evil enters like a needle and spreads like an oak tree. Some men go through a forest and see no firewood. Death is a low chemical trick played on everyone except sequoia trees. I think that I shall never see a poem lovely as a tree whose hungry mouth is pressed against the earth's sweet flowing breast. Next year in Terrasem, thank you for participating, watching, and learning about the Terrasem Nature Seder.